Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft. Since the last video, I have been doing stuff off camera, and I apologize if you were interested in seeing me do some of the Lore Master stuff in terms of the side quests of those zones. I basically decided that if I find any that are worth showing on camera, I will probably try and show them on an alt. You know, like I would say so far there has definitely been at least one quest line I absolutely want to show on camera that was in the Onaran Plains. The rest has been fine. They've been okay, but nothing has really stood out to me where I was just like, "Oh man, this is worth showing on camera." But like I said, any others I find, because I haven't finished yet. I'm still working on it. I have done the Sojourner achievements for the Waking Shores and for the Onaran Plains. I'm working on Azure Span, still taking a little while, and then I'll move to Thaldraszus afterwards. It is now week 3 of the expansion, which means Season 1 has now officially begun. Mythic Plus has now become a thing. As you can see, I already went ahead and tried my luck at it to see how I would do, kind of as a way to tip my how to let me start again. I apologize ahead of time. I'm a little under the weather. In case you can't tell, dealing with a bit of a cold, had a sore throat the last couple of days, dealing with some stuffed up nose a bit. So if I sound a little off, that's why. Basically, I was just dipping my toes into seeing how the level is for Mythic Plus at the moment. So I have yet to try a 10 or higher. As you can see, some of my guildmates are already trying to push 10 or higher in preparation for working on the raid. Also, since the last video, which by the way, I have no really nice way to put this other than, let's just say, if that guy's going to say that I'm a trash Demon Hunter player, especially when, he doesn't know that my attention is divided, let's just say I like to go ahead and then try to prove that I'm not when my attention is not divided and I am, in fact, focused. Because I have gotten top DPS on the meter in, like, plus 16 keys. Like, I was doing that back in BFA, I was doing that in Shadowlands, so I don't want to hear from, people like that, and let's just say it also motivates me to keep trying to get better. And at the moment, in case you'd like to see, I am currently now 371, almost 372 item level. I was able to use my Spark and get a work order done with the money I have, because the stuff is quite expensive right now. The cost should go down at some point, but at the moment, I was able to use what gold I have to be able to get at least this one done, where I put in a work order saying, hey, I was able to acquire the pieces. Can someone make this? Someone did. So I got this. It's not as strong as it could be because I didn't have the money to get the really good stuff to make it as high as it could be. But more importantly as well, even though it's also a decent item level in 386, I was also able to unlock it as a transmog, which is what I am using now at the moment for these, even though, it's a little... I wish it was flipped, but what are you going to do, I guess? There are some pieces I can be able to fill out, like obviously I can upgrade my neck and such, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it. So, yeah, screw that Demon Hunter from the last part you guys saw. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. But more importantly, and this is why we are here today, is because the story can now continue, because not only is Mythic Plus up and running, but so is... Whoops, I went to the wrong thing. So is the raid. Vault of the Incarnates is now open. The Race to World First is currently underway, and that is happening right now. From what I understand, though, there is a quest line here that we can start that is going to lead into that, which I realized I never showed you the location, because I have the Flight Master over here unlocked and the entrance, but I never actually showed it to you guys. But maybe we'll get to do that during this quest line. So Alex Strauss wants to talk to us, by the way, in case you're curious as well about this. This is where I'm currently at in terms of working on my renown for the reputations. I know that I could be further along, probably, but let's just say that, well... obviously I was a little under the weather, but there was other things that was like, I don't really feel like working on my renown today, so I'll play something else, or, work was going on. Also, because Avatar, The Way of Water is about to come out, that means I'm going to be busy. So I'm going to be missing out on Raid with my guild for this upcoming week and for the upcoming who knows number of weeks, since we raid on Fridays and Saturdays, and you guys can probably imagine that's going to be very, very busy at the theater I work at for some time. The only thing that could cause that to not be the case is that where I live, we are about to get a really strong wave of cold here in our area. They're predicting it's going to be record levels of cold. And this is in Texas, by the way, which is kind of a, if we were living more up north, in Michigan or Minnesota, Wisconsin, yeah, I could see that happening. But in Texas, this doesn't happen all that often. So it's possible that if, let's say, we get iced in, that I may have to pass up going to work. Who knows? Depending on the situation that happens. And if so, that could open up the opportunity for me to, actually get to raid with them. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. It's not necessarily going to affect the content on the channel here because, as you guys know, I wait for LFR to happen so I can show you guys the raid through that, because that's basically the best version that I can be able to actually show you guys the story of the raid. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and start this, shall we? Centuries have passed since the flights last visited Tyrhold. Nevertheless, we must travel there and investigate if the Mother Oathstone still functions. Come speak with me at the Seat of the Aspects. We must learn about the dangers we may face at Tyr's former stronghold.
Life endures. With the Oathstones of each flight renewed, I believe we can channel the essence of each into the Mother Oathstone and restore our aspectral powers. This sacred artifact and symbol of the unity of dragonkind lies within Tyrhold. Coronos, what can you tell us of it? It has been many centuries since we last walked the halls of Tyr's stronghold.
When the Isles awakened, so too did the Guardians of Tyrhold. While some have resumed their duties, others have taken to acting erratically. Should you go there, I cannot guarantee the greeting you will receive.
I understand. However, I have faith that with the help of our champion, we can overcome any danger. Come, Tyrhold awaits.
By the way, there are also other story chapters that I can unlock. As you can see, the ones that are listed there on the right. But you have to get to a certain renown to be able to unlock them. So keep that in mind as we progress here. That how I show you guys the story may not necessarily be in the order it's intended. It may be dependent on how fast I get certain renowns to certain levels. Alright. By the way, shout out to Preach Gaming for this tip of just go straight up into the air with the ascend, and then all of a sudden you will not only get a bunch of charge, but then you'll be so high up you can then just kind of point down and recharge it. Look at that. By the way, you can also see that I was experimenting with some of the more up-to-date items, like the new Refreshing Healing Potion, this Potion of Power, this new Whetstone, this File.
Where there is life, there is hope.
This space seems clear enough.
From pain, we draw strength.
The Mother Oathstone is an ancient gift bestowed to our flights by the Titans. If what we have learned is true, I might be able to reactivate it, and in doing so, restore our aspectral powers. Though we are unsure the outcome, if this has the slightest chance of working, I must attempt it. Dreadneeks, I would appreciate if you would join me in this.
Our final task is upon us. Please join me once more. What is it you seek? I owe you my thanks. You have helped the Dragonflights remember our calling. With the Oathstones renewed, we can finally reclaim our aspectral power. This has to work. Nothing. But the Oathstones were renewed. How is this possible?
It seems your Titans have abandoned you.
Razagath! What have you done?
You proved yourself unworthy, all on your own, Queen of the Dragons. Now, it is our time. The age of the incarnates has come.
She's going to release them. No!
Really? You want to take me on, pal? Let's dance.
Death to the pawn of the Titans!
Excuse me, I took down a Titan. Thank you very much.
How could my strength fail?
Because I took down much worse than you.
I am glad to see you safe. My vision only showed me of the peril you were in. I came as soon as I could.
I see you have a part to play in this.
What happened? Where is Alexstrasza?
The future.
We've come so close to recovering our powers. Should Razagath succeed before our powers return, Timeways bend to a dark future for all of Azeroth. We must not allow this to occur. Hurry! You must find and aid Alexstrasza before all is lost.
The one path must be preserved.
Now it's time to show you guys the raid entrance. So there's the stone, the beacon. So we go through here. Behold, the vault of the incarnates. So yes, this time this raid entrance has a flight master here. Just saying. Some people are still upset about the entrance to Sanctum of Domination back in Shadowlands. How irritating that was. Whereas this time it's like, oh yeah, there's actually a flight master. Now there was one for the Sepulchre, but my point still stands.
Holth Aldon Shi.
Razagath and her allies must be stopped.
Safeguard.
And here's the quest to go into the raid. No! We knocked the incarnates away to save this world, and now Razagath seeks to free them. She cannot succeed. All life in Azeroth is in grave danger. If you do not stop her, I shall return to Naustorma with the Seat of the Aspects to plan for whatever it is to come. But do not worry. I will not leave you without aid. Kaligos and Khadgar will be sent to join you as you venture through the vault. Good luck, champion. Enter the vault and defeat Razageth. Primal Infusion Recipe, Primal Chaos, 30 Primal Chaos, nice. And 1500 rep with the Valdraken Accord.
Fair skies and strong winds.
Off she goes. So yeah, you could even see the way that the door was broken here. The idea that Razageth found this place, landed here, and just straight up just ripped this door open, going through here to try and release her her comrades, basically. So this is the raid entrance. So obviously I will hold off on showing you guys the raid until it gets released for LFR, in which case then we will go ahead and progress through there. In the meantime, as I said, there's now some more off-camera stuff for me to go ahead and do. Also, apparently I need to go... So you remember those Primalist Storms they had back in the pre-patch? Well, now they are here in the main area. So now we can go to these storms here and we can collect these, which we can use to get storm sigils, which can be used to, I guess, acquire or upgrade certain kinds of items here, which are kind of cool. So, yeah, there's various different things. Go ahead and do more world quests, and you can be able to get rep with a certain accord if you want to focus rep on a certain accord. There are quests to do certain dungeons each week. Also, there's not... we don't have every dungeon in Dragonflight as Mythic Plus right now. In case you're curious, the dungeons that are currently available right now for the Season 1 here are... There's 4 of them for Dragonflight. Academy, Life Pools, Vaults, and Offensive. But then there's 4 others. Court of Stars, Halls of Valor, Burial Grounds, and Jade Serpent. So, yeah. Interesting variety. It's going to be interesting trying to relearn some of these dungeons. Halls of Valor and Court of... I know very well. I've done that dungeon many, many times. Court of Stars I've done, several times. Burial Grounds I've done sometimes in Time Walking, and Jade Serpent I've only done when I've gone back to I only did it a couple times to do it solo to get the achievements. Yeah, that's basically it. So it's going to be interesting relearning that. I am going to be also working on continuing with things like rep. In case you're curious, this is where I'm currently at with the rep for... I'm actually an ally right now with Sibelian. That's funny. I should go check, see if anything's unlocked. But I'm almost a friend with Rathian. And once I do that, I'll be able to get certain pieces of gear. One of the things that caught my attention immediately, of course, was... You know how I have a 350 neck piece here? Well, he has a 389 neck piece that I can acquire from him for just 150 Dragon Isle supplies if I'm a friend with him. So if I get to the next tier with him, I'll be able to acquire that, which is going to be a nice little upgrade for me. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing in the meantime. If any more also I need to do a Dragonbane Keep to finish this off here, so I can be able to go ahead and get another bit of extra treasure as well as rep here, because you get rep for all 4 factions, so that's nice. But I'll have to keep an eye out to see when another siege is going to start. But basically, if I acquire any more story stuff, which it looks like I'm actually about to get level 11 here, and then when level 12 comes up, I'll be able to actually do this one here. As I also said, other ones get unlocked with each of the factions here, like for the Expedition, level 13, we get another one here called a Mystery Sealed. For the Centaur, we get one here. Well, I thought we were supposed to get one here. There may be one, it's just not showing there. For the Tuskar, if we get to level 11, we'll get another one called the Chieftain's Duty. So there's more quest lines as you progress getting your renown. And I'm also trying to focus on doing these on mains right now, because if you'll notice here, you get Word of a Worthy Ally, which is an account unlock, which means standing reputation with the Accord allows your other characters on this account to gain 100% additional rep with the Accord while their renown is below rank 10. So if you are doing this on your main character, you'll get more with your alts. So that's why I'm trying to really focus on doing this stuff on my main right now before I start working on my alts. So anyways. Yeah, so basically, I think the next time you guys will rejoin Dreadneeks here will be either in the raid when LFR comes out, or when I unlock another questline via Renown. So anyways, stay tuned.